Hello and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is a full moon in Taurus reading for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. As many of you may already know, the Hunter's Moon, the full moon in Taurus, is earthy and steady, and it's happening on November 12th. This reading will be from then until the full moon in Gemini on December 12th. Your safety, physical and emotional, depends on the need for stability, which may not be easy to satisfy right now. Especially with the Sun in Scorpio, you have to accept the changes and transformations as part of a necessary cycle in your life. Taurus is ruled by Venus, and right now, this romantic full moon is asking us what we want, what we need, and what we desire. It's then having us release what is not in line with that, so we also can see our sense of grounding and structure more clearly. As many of you know who follow my readings, I do new moon readings and I do full moon readings. The new moon is a time to set intentions, so many of us may be setting intentions during the new moons that we experience, and the full moons are a time for release. Okay, so this full moon spread that I'm going to do for you guys is to help identify what actions you need to take in order to manifest the intentions you set during the new moon, or just to manifest the intentions that you set for your highest and greatest good at any time. It will also identify what is blocking your path and what you can do to overcome those blockages. This is going to be a 7-card spread, well, actually an 8-card spread with the overall energy cards. And at the end, I'm going to be pulling some oracle cards for additional messages from Spirit. So this is for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into your reading, my dear Leos. Spirit, what messages do we have for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs? While I'm shuffling and doing this reading, I'm just going to ask that you guys go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, comment and share at the end of the video if and only if that's something that you like to do. And I just want to send a huge shout out to my new and my returning viewers and subscribers. I love you guys so much, and all of the love and support that you guys give me with your likes and with your comments and your subscriptions really means the world to me. And I just want to tell you how appreciative I am to be on this journey with you guys. And, you know, it's the best part of my day, my month, my week to share these messages from Spirit. So now we're going to ask our ancestors, our angels, our loved ones who have passed, our spirit guides and Spirit. Please give Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs the messages that they need for the full moon in Taurus. And I'm just going to arrange these for you guys so they look a little bit nicer. Just going to move this up a little bit just so you can see. Okay, just so you guys can see that, I'm going to move that up a little bit. So we're going to start with your overall energy, Leo. The overall energy for this reading for you guys is the Two of Swords. This is Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. You may have these energies in your chart, or you may be surrounded by these energies. Wow, and underneath that we have death. This is representative of Scorpio, so this is definitely that Scorpio season of transformations, rebirths. Okay, death, rebirth, transformation. And you're at the moment, there's a very important decision that you have to make. I love this because we do have this full moon in Taurus coming out. So making these important decisions based on what we want, what we need, and what we desire, especially in our romantic relationships, but also in our everyday lives and in our jobs and in our spiritual projects, our creative projects. Okay, there's some very, very important decision to make. Now, we are also going through Mercury retrograde at this time, And I want to remind you all of the Mercury retrograde blessing. The blessing of Mercury retrograde is a time to pull back, relax, and meditate. And that very well may be the energy that you're required to do at the moment, or to hold on to, is that meditative energy during this transformative process. When Mercury is direct, it has this energy of go, go, go. And we've been pushing forward, all of us, towards 2020. And kind of like I see these, I see these horses, barreling towards the finish line, or running across the plains. All right. And Mercury retrograde is a time to sort of pull that energy back. It's the time of second chances. It's a time to give yourself a second chance. People from our past and past situations that haven't been healed, or we have unfinished business, usually come back during Mercury retrograde. Feelings, emotions, disappointments, anything from our past that we might have swept under the rug comes back to us at Mercury retrograde, so that we can bring it to the forefront, we can heal it, and then we can clear it. Okay? So let's go ahead and get into this reading for you, Leos. The first card is, where are you right now in your life? And this is one of my favorite cards in the whole deck. Again, we have more air energy, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. And this is you, or somebody has come to help you. This can be a physical person. Or this could be that you've set your intentions, or you've said your prayers, but you've asked for help. And I'm getting, more than anything, it's sort of like angelic help. It's your angels, your ancestors, your spirit guides. The universe has got your back. You can see this person is kind of protecting this other person who is on a journey. This is a gateway card, a card that we can focus on, that will move us into a much better and more passive place in our lives. And when I say passive, I mean somewhere that is, we're moving out of these turbulent waters of the past. My dear Leos, you may have been experiencing a lot of unrest during this period. I know a lot of people have been experiencing tower moments during this Scorpio energy, and also with this Leo energy and the Aries full moon. And so right now, you guys are in a place of moving out of that negative vibration, moving out of uncomfortable, difficult situations, and moving into smoother waters. Again, this may represent somebody who has come to help you. It may represent your otherworldly help, or it may also represent you. Remember, at any time in this story, you guys can flip the characters however it resonates with you. Your second card out is, how do you project yourself to the world? And it also represents the truth of your relationships in your life. Now, this is a beautiful, beautiful card. This is fire energy. This is Temperance, which represents Sagittarius, or is represented by Sagittarius. And as a reader, also, I see this as Libra as well, with the balance. So Temperance card, this is a representation of your guardian angels. Again, I've mentioned Spirit wants you to know the angels, ancestors, loved ones who have passed, your spirit guides, they have got your back on this journey. You are divinely protected, and divine timing is at work in your life. So when you thought that something wasn't happening, or maybe you felt stalled in these turbulent waters, and it was hard for you to see that things were going to get better, remember that's divine timing, that it wasn't meant to happen at that time. And making this decision, if you feel some sort of tension, or you feel like you can't see clearly at this moment because you're experiencing grief and sorrow due to a loss, this can be separation, this can be the loss of a loved one, this can be losing your job, it can be some sort of dark night of the soul, whatever transformation it is. Spirit wants me to tell you very loud and clear, Leo, that you guys have been divinely supported, and you are never alone on this journey. Now, how you project yourself to the world, the Temperance card is all about taking that middle road. So again, this could be something as simply as staying away from carbonated soda, alcoholic beverages. Okay, this could be eating a diet that's, more natural, less processed food, less junk foods. This could be your temper. This could be the fact that you're balancing out situations, that you bring healing to your family and to your love relationships by taking the middle road, okay? Because this is a card of healing and rejuvenation as well. It could be at work, that you're that sort of in-between person that everybody can talk to, okay? Or for your friends and family and loved ones. And the the truth of your relationships in your life at this moment, this is lovely. This is that they are divinely guided, divinely protected. You followed the signs and the synchronicities. Okay, those nudges, those aha moments, those hunches. You've imagined a world into being, or you are in the process of doing that. And your relationships are balanced and equal at this time. And that's really nice energy. Yes, Leo. All right. So your third card is what is blocking your desires and your goals. Now I say yes because I love the Empress card. She's always an auspicious card. As a block, though, she is quite formidable. She is sort of a culmination. She's all of the queens of the tarot rolled into one. Now, the Empress is somebody that when she's not on your side, when you're fighting against the Empress, she's somebody who's very sort of passive. And I get that you are fighting that energy with sort of this same balanced temperance energy. The Empress can represent a female in your life, or it can represent, just a feminine energy. Remember, gender here is fluid, you guys. The Empress, she is somebody who is very, very, very strong. She's somebody who's seated in her own garden. She has abundance. And she's just very peaceful. She has everything she wants and everything she could need. She's full of creative energy and life, and she has support. She's in a divine union with the Emperor, and they are really the mother and the father of the whole tarot. This could be a mother energy. It could be the relationship you have with your mother or one of your parents that is creating a block. So I want you to go back to that original relationship, that trine, that mother, father, child relationship, that first understanding that you had of love and nurturing, and see if you have any blocks relating to your mother there. Okay, this could also be creative blocks that you're experiencing because you're not quite sitting comfortably in your home, in your emotions, in your power, setting the appropriate boundaries. Okay, so Leo, this very well could represent a person, and this person very well may have these same qualities. This woman, the Empress, is almost always pregnant. She's number 3, and number 3s are always about groups. They're completing phases, their expansion, their growth, their creativity, their pregnancy. So you might have some blocks relating to any of those keywords as well. And it is quite a formidable block, okay? But remember, the Empress's energy that you can always harness, because the Empress is also very nurturing and very understanding, okay? So if you can find a middle ground, you can clear this block. And remember, this full moon in Taurus ruled by Venus, okay? Empress is also this love, okay? If you can find that middle ground, if you can meet this halfway, if you can pull back, take Mercury retrograde as a blessing, not to move forward, go, 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 but to meditate and really fall into this middle ground, peaceful, creative energy, then you can clear any blocks that you want, Leo. I know you can. The 4th card out is what you need to do to overcome those obstacles. And here you have the King of Wands. This is you guys coming out in your own reading. The King of Wands, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, and he is fire energy. He is athletic. He is charismatic. He sits so well in his position as a leader because he's a born leader. He's a natural leader. He loves the competition. Now, with the King of Swords, though, the King of Wands, he can be a little bit of a player card, because the King of Wands, he really is one of these kings in the deck that I always say he really loved to be the knight. He loved to be in with all of the action, and he's not even seated on his throne. He's kind of like getting up and moving, moving forward, because that's where he wants to be. So sometimes, his responsibilities get to be a bit much for him, especially when he's in the reverse. He kind of wants to have an adult tantrum and throw everything away and just go back to traveling and having fun, and conquering, love conquests and things like that, right? But this is really, really great energy to harness that you guys have within in order to overcome these obstacles. Rely on your inner strength. This is something that you can't learn. And Leo, you guys have this. This is that fire, this passion. I'm really getting that sacral chakra and also your solar plexus chakra really, really vibrating very strong. So for those of you that do any sort of chakra work, I'm asking that you really focus on that sacral sacral and that creativity, okay, which we see here with the Empress, but also that solar plexus chakra, and setting those boundaries and using your free will and using your will and your might and your creativity and the passion you have for life or for your relationships or for your job, or maybe all of them rolled in one, or your spirituality, to really overcome any issues that you might have. Because remember, Leo, you were born to do this. But you are projecting yourself as the middle ground, and it's not might and sheer force that's going to overcome these Empress blocks. Because remember, the Empress, if there was a trump card here, the Empress would definitely trump the King of Wands very easily. Okay, so do pay attention to that. Now, the fifth card is what you can do within yourself in order to achieve those goals. This is the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is relying on your intuition. It's somebody who's developing their intuition. It's somebody who's making an offering, making a commitment to whatever it is that they're going to do. Oftentimes the Page of Cups is a romantic situation, so it could allude to your romance and your love relationships in your life. But the Page of Cups is somebody who loves, and somebody who's very emotionally attached to the idea of love, to their loved ones. Now, the cup that he's holding is quite big in this deck, but it isn't as developed as we see in the Queen of Cups or the King of Cups, okay? And he doesn't quite have a horse yet. He's still kind of learning, so it's those beginning stages. So what you can do within yourself is to go back to that beginner mind. Go back to remembering what it is exactly that you love. Really go in, use your meditation, your intuition at this time of Mercury retrograde, and the strength of this really grounded, romantic Taurus full moon to go back to what it is that you love. And remember to be humble in this process, that you are beginning a new journey. Underneath that, we do have the Death card. So you're definitely going through a transformative process. And underneath that, we have the Wheel, which are these huge, beautiful changes coming your way based on all of the work that you've been doing and all of the struggles. You may have been feeling like, why is this happening to me? Or I can't get through this block. This is really focusing on your sensitivity. No pity parties. Don't feel sorry for yourself. Don't feel sorry for anybody else, because that blocks you from your solutions. And remember, you need to come up with a very, very good solution. Remember, the King of Wands is also an entrepreneur, so he comes up with these creative strategies to overcome his blocks. And the Empress is quite a big block here for you, but don't take that as this can't happen. This will happen. You will do it, Leo. But you do have to go back to this beginner mind. Remember, tune into your sensitivity, your intuition, okay? And go back to that beginning love period. The things that you love, why do you love them? How do they make you feel? Do those visualizations, those meditations, and then also write your intentions down, say your prayers. Ask for angelic help or from your spirit guides, because they are all around you and they are telling me you have got this, Leo. So just go for it. You can do this. All right, the sixth card out is what you can learn from the outside world or others to help you manifest your goals and your desires. And here we have more Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy coming out with the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is very diplomatic. He's somebody who is very creative. He's a little bit showy at times, but he doesn't quite care. He stands very comfortably in the power of who he is and what his passions are. He's coming out to the world. Sometimes he might be a little bit overdressed to go to the grocery store, but he just doesn't care, because that's who he is on the inside. He's creative, he's forceful, he's powerful, he's exploring, he's also diplomatic, and he's somebody who wants to know. He uses his passion and his sort of carefree energy. I'm getting in my mind's eye the energy of the Fool, of these new beginnings, which come after this sort of deconstruction of the old self, deconstruction of the relationship, okay, changes in jobs, okay, what have you. Have that strength and power, rely on yourself. We have the King and the Page. Okay, we have almost the whole family coming out here, but finding that middle ground and using your intuition and going back to love, that is what is going to help you manifest your goals and your desires, and just trusting yourself and going back to that free-spirited, energetic, I love what I'm doing, I love this, take anything negative, take anything positive, take every experience in your life as a learning experience and as a blessing, because it makes you who you are. Yes, Leo, this is amazing. Your projected outcome is judgment. Judgment is following your higher calling. This is you hearing those trumpets coming up out of the grave. Some of you may feel like something is over, a relationship, a job, your spiritual self. You might feel like you've hit rock bottom. You're coming through, you're balancing yourself, you're taking care of yourself. You're set on moving straight into a much better place, and that is exactly what is happening. Remember, we are receiving loads of downloads and the light codes all throughout 111 November 1st, 11/1 until 11/11 is such a really, really powerful time. And a lot of us are healing and transforming during this scorpionic energy, okay, and during this 11/11 portal, as this 11/11 portal opens up. And you guys are being enlightened. You guys are up leveling. Make sure you're getting enough water. Okay, this Temperance card, please make sure you're getting enough sleep, you're getting enough water, because during this time where you're receiving so many downloads and all of these new light codes are coming to us, especially around 11/11, okay, you are going to be up leveling. You are going to reach enlightenment at some level. And this may resonate as, I'm getting more than anything, it resonates in a very sort of intense spiritual journey. But this may be these aha moments, okay, and these huge awakenings in your relationships or in your spiritual life, at work, or what have you. But Spirit is really telling me this is much more spiritual than anything else for you, my dear Leos. This Judgment card is amazing. You're answering the call. All the work you've been doing, even if it has taken much longer and you felt like, I just can't take it anymore, this is never going to happen. Guess what? It is happening. All right, Leo, I'm just going to pull a few more energy oracle cards for you for additional messages from Spirit. What messages do you have for for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for this full moon in Taurus? Okay, community. I like it. All right, Angel of Love. Yes, more angels coming out. Wow. You are definitely divinely supported and divinely guided here, Leos. Very strong cards coming out for you. Wow. All right. This is so awesome. So I'm getting, this is mostly the angelic realm. There's community. This is your loved ones. This is your family. This is your tribe. But more than anything, remember when I went back to the Empress about groups and completion of a phase, expansion and growth, as those being your blocks. But Spirit is really telling me each one of these cards represents your angels, your ancestors, your loved ones who have passed, everyone who is working behind the scenes to help you manifest what it is you want to manifest for your highest good. There's a huge message here with the Temperance card and with your angels coming out that divine timing is at work. You are on a journey. Remember, you are on a path to happiness. All right, I'm going to also take a look at these community cards, and I'm really getting the sisters of the seasons that come out. Remember, everything is a cycle. So remember, here we have the death. So we have birth, we have death, and we have rebirth. Those are natural cycles. For those of us that live in a place in the northern hemisphere or on the East Coast where we get the seasons, the trees show us that. Okay, the beauty of them blossoming in the springtime and then them turning these beautiful vibrant orange and brown and yellows during the fall and then becoming bare during the winter. These are the natural cycles of life. You have to see where you are right now in those cycles, okay, and appreciate it. Give thanks. What can you learn? This speaks to Mercury retrograde as well. There's a lot of doom and gloom surrounding Mercury retrograde, but take it as a blessing. Take it as a time for second chances. Now, the angel of love, this is Spirit, your angels, your ancestors, your loved ones who have passed. They're all telling me very loud and clear, Leo, that you are supported and you are loved, okay? And there's not much more to it than that, all right? You are loved and supported. You have your sixth chakra, Archangel Metatron, coming through, your intuition. You're going to need that. You're going to need to meditate, pull back during this Mercury retrograde period. You also have the Temperance card. The answers are within you. Communicate. The veil is very thin right now around the time of of Samhain, around the beginning of, during this Mercury retrograde period, the veil between your world, the physical and the spiritual, is very thin. So please communicate, listen, watch for the signs and synchronicities. We all have our own symbols. Earlier, I mentioned I'm seeing very strong your sacral chakra here that needs to be cleared or needs to be balanced, coming through with the Empress energy. And here, and I also said your sacral chakra and your solar plexus chakra. All right, your solar plexus chakra is all about standing your ground. It's all about using your will, setting your boundaries, okay? It's an amazing card. And again, your angels, your ancestors, your loved ones who have passed, this community, this spiritual community, is guiding you and supporting you every step of the way, my dearest Leos. All right, so please, one final message for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for this full moon in Taurus. I'm sorry if it's gotten a little bit dark in here, you guys. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs for Leo. What messages do you have for Leo, full moon in Taurus? What messages do you have for Leo, full moon in Taurus? Irene, peace. Yes, this falling on top of the Six of Swords card. Peace is coming to you. There's no need to worry as everything is working out beautifully. Again, we have this Empress, this mother energy, nurturing. These are your angels, your ancestors, your loved ones who have passed, your spirit guides, all nurturing you, saying, don't worry, my child. Your peace is coming. Everything is working out exactly the way it should. Leo, I love you guys so much. I hope you guys have a beautiful, exquisite full moon in Taurus. Please give this video a thumbs up if you haven't already. Comment and share and subscribe at the end of the video. And thank you for being on this journey with me. You guys are headed to a beautiful, peaceful, wonderful place in life. This transformation may not have been or may not be easy, but it's definitely going to be amazing once it is complete. So stay strong, okay? I love you guys so much. Have a beautiful full moon in Taurus.